Alright, this is Big Boss at Foxhound Woods Ball coming to you from Fort Lauderdale, and this is going to be our fourth installment of Tactical Paintball 101. In this video we're going to be discussing primary and secondary marker systems. Now, what would normally define a primary marker system would be its rate of fire, its modular capabilities, and so on and so forth. Prime example: Tippmann U.S. Army Alpha Black Tactical Model. You could buy this straight out of the box like this at any paintball shop or anywhere paintball guns are sold. As you can see from its overall design, its look is very similar to that of the U.S. military's M4 carbine, as well as its larger version, the M16, and its civilian AR-15 models. Now, it's got all the bells and whistles, the retractable buttstock, the fore end. This is as basic as you get for a rifleman style gun because it's very compact for its size. It's also very flickable, maneuverable, so I could bring it up to the shoulder, I could switch shoulders, I could have it in a low ready and easily bring it up to engage. Now, with that being said, you could actually go one step further with this. You could add an E trigger, you could add a response trigger. Their new models got the ability to add a response trigger. You can find that at the Tippmann site, which they talked about at the 2013 extravaganza, and I think you'll be able to buy the parts directly from Tippmann at tippmannparts.com. I'll be posting a link for that in the description to this video. Now, moving on, as I said, you could go one step further with this whole setup. You can definitely outfit it to look like this. This one's my brother's personal Army Alpha Black, outfitted with the grenade launcher, cyclone, E-trigger, tac light from Acid Tactical. There'll also be a link to Acid in the description to this video. Now, this particular one has been specialized with a 3-round burst with the E-trigger, as well as the Project Salvo front end and front sights. With the setup like this allows it to be more modular. You could swap out the grenade launcher for a front end or any other tactical accessories because of the M1913 Picatinny rail interface system. Now, that being said, this is pretty much one of the more specialized guns within the Foxhound team. Now, with more specializations on primary, you also move into other roles depending upon your team's gameplay as well as your responsibilities within that particular team in that scenario. Such as this 98 Custom, we outfitted it with the AK kit, bipod, response trigger, cyclone. This in particular serves as our light machine gun role. So this thing is very good in laying down suppression fire, and with the rail system on here, we could switch out to optics, stuff for sniper work. We can remove the bipod for the assault rifle role, room sweeping, and we recently added on a tactical light from our sponsors at Acid Tactical underneath the X7 AK front end. So, with that being said, this is pretty much as far as we went with the realism as well as the specialization of our primary systems. Now, if you're moving in close quarters for a primary, best bet would be the Tippmann A5. This one used to be my personal A5. I'm using it as a loaner gun now because I got the X7. Flatline barrel, retractable stock, semi-auto only, but used it for so long, I've practically run the receivers to being exhausted, I need to fix this stuff, so this one's in maintenance. Now, let's move on. Now, it doesn't matter how well you oil up your guns and everything or clean the barrels between games. Eventually something will happen on the field. You'll run out of air. You'll be in a position where you can't reload the hopper in an effective manner. You'll have a part inside the gun that breaks down, or you'll be in a position where your primary may be too cumbersome to maneuver effectively in tight spaces. So that's when the pistol comes out. This is a Tippmann TPX. Now, with secondary weapons such as the pistol, which is stereotypically considered a backup / secondary, this is basically in the event of the scenarios that I mentioned. But one of the best things is about this pistol, it's small, low profile, means you could decrease your sight profile if you're aiming around corners, stuff like that. So basically this is all around a very good gun. It's also helped kick off the mag-fed trend that has been happening lately in paintball, because unlike early pistols with the feed tube on the top, it fires a 7-round detachable magazine that's a quick drop. So if I'm in a game, I'm going to fire off 7 shots, just pull out a magazine, I'm shooting, I need to reload, drop the mag, pop a fresh one in, I'm back in the game. Now, with that, the pistol is also a modifiable thing. You could, with the TPX, put a remote line nipple on it. You could add on a aftermarket carbine kit, and I'll be posting a link for a particular carbine kit that I would like to review at some point. But overall, as far as primary, secondary, it can be interchangeable depending upon your situation. You can run a pistol as your primary, but in the end, it's pretty much user preference. Your choices as far as what game you're playing and things of this nature. I will be doing a written version of this video for my blog page at outerheavenpaintball.blogger.com. There will be a link as well for that page in this video. And this is Big Boss. I'm out of here.